Howdy folks, for today's video I just wanted to do a quick video, quick video on some equipment or a tool that I bought just recently. I've had this tool for about I would say about a month or two, probably 2 months now. But time goes by fast in COVID time. So anyways, the one tool that I bought recently that I wanted to kind of do a tabletop review or something is the Magpul Armor's Wrench. And this is an AR-15 Armor's Wrench. Now, the first thing you'll notice right off the bat is the price. 75 bucks for an Armor's Wrench. And I know the question people are probably asking is this wrench from Magpul like 3 times the wrench of, say, this ATI, American Tactical one, that I got for 25 bucks? I think I got it for about 25 bucks. So this thing costs 3 times as much as this thing, and the big question is it worth it? Now, there are a few differences between the two wrenches. Now, this one is kind of a typical AR-15 Armor's Wrench, and I've seen a lot of them built in this configuration where you got, well, basically you got it almost identical to this, but there's lots of variations out there with different companies. And, you know, I've had this one for years and years, and it has done pretty dang well for the price. For 25 bucks, I would say that this was a good purchase. Now, for 75 bucks, is this a good purchase? In my mind, I would say yes. Now, the reason I think this one is worth 3 times this is that well, first off, the fit and finish is really good on it. And I don't know if you can tell, this one is just, I mean, it looks like it was probably, I don't know if it's made in China, but, you know, for the price, I'd probably guess that it was. And I don't see anywhere on here that says made in the USA. So, fit and finish, this one's better. This one kind of has more of a wrench handle and style. And one of the things that I noticed right off the bat is that this side, they incorporate this tool right here, as you know, as well as this one too. And this, the way they did this for doing the castle nut, I would say there's pros and cons to it. And one of the pros would be that this wrench is super nice and solid, and because they built it like this, when you are cranking down with your hand on a barrel nut, then it's a nice smooth rounded edge, and it feels like you're using a regular wrench. And you can see that it has the little hole here for hooking it up to a torque wrench, and that's pretty nice. But this one also has that same hole right there. And one of the cool things about this wrench over this one is that you can see that this one only has 3 holes, and this one, it connects to the barrel nut in very, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 versus 3, which gives you a little bit more stability and less likely to bend one of the holes in the barrel nut if you have that barrel nut style. And so I really like this one, and the reason I bought this one, even though I have this one and this one has been working fine, is that, for one, I wanted to test it out, but 2, I wanted to have 1 wrench in my range bag and then 1 wrench in my builder bin. And I think what I would do is I'm going to keep the cheap one in my range bag, and this one I'll use for when I'm building AR-15s. And you know, it just has a much more solid feel to it. But one of the cool features on here too, you know, some people don't care about it because they already know the torque specs, but it has right here the torque specs for the barrel nut torque, 30 to 80 foot-pounds, and the castle nut torque, 40 foot-pounds, and the flash hider torque, which is 30 foot-pounds. So that's kind of a nice little cheat sheet to have on your barrel or on your armorer's wrench, just to, you know, in case you forget. If you build a bunch of AR-15s, then you probably already know those numbers anyways and you won't forget. But I don't know. I'd say if you're on a budget, then something like this, as long as it's made decently, you know, this is probably totally fine. If you're a buy once, cry once guy, then this Magpul AR-15 armorer's wrench, I would say this would be the one to get. And so, yeah, you can see right here, made in the USA. And lately I've been trying to avoid things that are not made in the USA, specifically stuff that's made in China, and spend a little bit more money on stuff that is made here and made with some quality. So anyways, yeah, so I use this to go ahead and throw together, I think, even though I've had it for not too long, like a month or two, then I think I've built 3 AR-15s. I've helped some friends put together their AR-15s, a 9mm AR-15, and oh, and I threw together my 338 Spectre barrel and upper, and I did a time lapse of that, and it's kind of funny because I totally torqued everything to spec, got it all perfect, and then I realized that I had forgotten to put my dust cover on first. And I know there are certain dust covers that you can get that you can just, they have the spring detents, so they slide right in. But I didn't want to spend any more money since I already had the dust cover. So I had to, you'll see in the video, I put on the barrel nut, do everything perfect, and then I realized that the dust cover's off, so I have to take everything off, and then I put the dust cover on, and then I put it all back together and stuff. So anyways, this thing was, I really liked having these extra points of support on doing the barrel nut, because it had that style of barrel nut. But anyways, if you guys have any questions for me about this, then, you know, feel free to leave a comment. Or if you guys have already tried one of these or bought one of these, then, you know, leave a comment and let me know your feedback. And also, if you think this is a total waste of money and that this is just fine, leave a comment below and let me know your thoughts on that too. But now I will say I had one AR-15 wrench that was similar to this, and I ended up, it slipped off and I bent one of these, the little part that goes in the barrel nut, and so that was kind of a bummer. And you can kind of tell on this one, I don't know if you can see, but these parts are kind of starting to bend a little bit, and I think this is kind of just a stronger design, and probably they used a little bit better metal on it. But anyways, thanks for watching, stay safe, have fun, and enjoy the time-lapse video.